Welcome back. I'm not looking forward to this one. It's a septic system backup. I don't know if I can help this guy. This could be just about anything, but it sounds like we don't have, he's in the country, so he has his own septic system. We're not on the sewer. He says his leach field, his drain field is really wet, which is a bad sign. That means that it's too wet out there, and it's possible that everything is backing up. At this point, I'm not sure what I'm going to find. This poor man, his father passed away, I guess, earlier this week, and he's disabled. So there's not much he can do. They want to come out. They just basically over the phone told him $500 and something to jet the line, meaning assuming that the line going out to the leach field is plugged, they shoot a jet of water. I've been told you got to be careful when you do that, because you can damage the pipe. Then it's a major deal, because now you got to dig up the underground and stuff. I have this thing, it's called a drain bladder. You hook it to your hose and you slide it in there. When you turn the hose on, the bladder expands against the pipe, so the water can only go forward. So you're giving it a flow of water from your hose rather than high pressure. So but I don't even know if that's the problem. So I'm going to head over there. Like I say, I'm not looking forward to this one, but let's see if we can help this poor guy. Okay, I think this is it. If it's not up. Hey, come here. How are you? How are you? Hi.
How are you doing?
Is your name Jeff?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, they told me it was. She said it was Keffrey. I said Keffrey? I said I never heard that name before. It's Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm John. Nice to meet you. So, let's start in the house. Why don't you show me where it got wet in the house? What's your dog's name?
Olive.
Olive?
Yep.
Hey, Olive. How are you? You're friendly.
Right down there.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, so it came up. Okay. All right. Why don't we?
So the line goes straight out.
Okay.
So that's why I know that the sewage isn't, or it's not plugged. Well, if it is, it's at the baffle.
Let's look at it.
Tell you, the lid is right here.
Yeah, let me get a shovel. Oh,
I got a shovel right here.
oh, okay. Right about in here.
Yeah, it's about 8 inches deep.
Oh, well, I'm hitting something.
And it's just kind of rocky soil.
Oh, what is that?
I might have put that rock there to... And the lid's about that wide.
When's the last time you were in here looking?
3 years ago.
And was that because you were backed up?
Yeah.
And what'd you do?
I had to have it pumped.
Okay, so 3 years ago you had it pumped.
Yep.
You haven't had a problem since?
No.
Nope.
Now, I talked to the septic people, and they said that the other lid should be...
It's gonna
5 foot. I think it goes this way.
Ah, okay.
And the line goes out that way.
It does. Do you know where your field is?
I think it's right where your truck's at.
Okay. Okay. Let me just try to find this. That's it right there.
Good guess I have.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple times.
Well, so we're gonna have to dig enough, you know, to lift. I want to be able to get the lid up. I want to look in there, because you know.
I'm good.
Okay, let me see if I can pull this out. Let's see if I do it a little at a time. I'm gonna start losing.
What if we
stuff.
just rotate it in half and don't even take it out?
Ah! Well, that is definitely, I think, too full.
They're usually full.
Well, they can't be above the inlet. Ah! Ah! Yeah, I just can't get it above this.
Can you just flip it upside down? You might not have to get it out of the hole.
There.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, no, it ain't supposed to be that high. Because you have a pipe,
Yeah,
right?
my baffle's right there.
You see it?
Actually, that white piece might be the baffle.
Ah. You know what? Let me go get my... it's electric. Okay, I bought this sump pump. Now, you're not supposed to... Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Hang on a minute. Oh, I thought you're just supposed to attach a hose to it. Nope. Now this is a lot more work than... I didn't know I was going to have to dig that deep a hole. For some reason, I thought when he said, I know where the tank lid is, I thought he meant he can see it. You know, I know where it is because I can see it. He knew where it was because he's been through this before, and so he knew where on the ground it was. That's pretty deep. Mine at my house, the lid is right on top of the lawn. All you got to do is just slide it off. I've lived in the country 20 years. I've never used a sump pump. I've never had a flood, never had a need for it. I assumed you hooked your garden hose to them. I was wrong. So now I gotta hope they have a hose that's made for this pump. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna drain that tank. I wanna see there's a thing called a baffle. And then you got the inlet pipe coming from the house. I wanna look at all that, and that'll tell us a lot about what's going on. So I've been on this earth for 64 years. I've been in the country 20 of them, and never had the need of a sump pump. So I bought my first sump pump for this job, figuring I was going to want to, you know, drain that tank and not pay a guy $400 or $500 to do it. I just assumed that this would be for a garden hose. And as you can see, it's not. So I had to go to the hardware store and I had to buy these two items. So this is going to screw in here like this, and then, you know, reduced it down to 3/4, and then they sold a piece that screws into here and has a hose thread deal on the other end. And so that's how we're going to do it. Okay, got the hoses hooked up. We're gonna put the, I didn't want to put the pump in that first tank because that's got all the junk in it, but there's an area in between where the water's not too bad, so we're gonna go in there. I really wanted to put it in the other tank where the water's a little nicer.
Oh, it's just an adapter, huh?
Yeah, they wanted to sell me a drain hose. It's $20, but I made, you know, they had a reducer.
Yeah.
You know, it cost me, yeah, it still cost me 10, so I saved $10. But I like this better because their hose was only 20 feet.
Yeah.
I got you way out there. Okay, I put the stick down. It hits the bottom here, so it's about 6 feet to the bottom. I'm gonna put my gloves on. I keep forgetting.
Here, come here, I'll show you something.
Okay. Okay.
This all good?
Yeah, it just takes a long time.
I'm surprised you got that far.
How long you think we've been doing this? An hour?
Yeah, maybe even a little longer.
We've. I would.
Yeah, just an hour.
Well, I can get my tape measure, but that's more than a foot. See, this is the baffle, and the bottom of the baffle is about right there. We're close. I'd say we're 3 or 4 inches from the bottom. So once we get that below the bottom, then what we can do is we can turn water on in there and watch and see water come pouring out of the bottom of that baffle. If it does, then we know that's all clear, and Jeff can actually use all of his faucets, but there's
It would take a long time to fill that up.
yeah. Okay, so he's in the house. He's going to turn on his shower. I think he said his shower. You can see there's the baffle. Behind that baffle is the pipe where everything drains into here. And this was way up near the top. So the way water works, I think they say water seeks its own level. So if the water level here is above, equal to the top of the pipe coming out, there's no way your water can come out of here into here. It's going to just keep going back this way. So you got to get this below the pipe, which we've done. I'm pretty sure we've done. I'm looking for some bubbles to see if we see any sign of water flowing in here. I don't see anything. Actually, he should check the bathroom. I don't see anything. Check the bathroom. Make sure you didn't back it up. See, here's what I'm hoping. That it's plugged here. Although I'm not sure how you get in there. That's the only thing I'm not sure of. But I'd rather the problem be in here than out in that field where it drains. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to how do you get to that pipe if it's plugged. Okay, so I'm picking up my stuff. What I'm doing is I'm just waiting for that. I'm waiting for that thing to drain down to the point where I can see underneath that baffle. I'm going to have him run his water, and I'm hoping, I'm expecting that I'm going to see water flowing into the tank. Okay, so we are below. We can do it. Why don't you go turn? Maybe turn on the if you go into the bathroom, the shower.
Oh, upstairs.
What did you turn on the first time?
Upstairs.
The shower?
Yeah.
So turn on the upstairs shower and the sink in the same room and flush the toilet.
All right.
That way we get a nice blast, and we should be able to see it. See, there's the bottom of the baffle. So we're about an inch below. So when he does this, what I'm expecting is water is going to come pouring out of there, and we're going to hear it. And that's going to allow him to use his drain system, even though I believe we have a problem, but it's a temporary until I can come back and, and do more exploring. So, and of course, if that water doesn't come flowing out of here, that's not a bad thing. That means you just got to snake it from the house to here. Ah, you hear it? Well, I hear water now. You didn't even turn it on? Are you there? Yeah. he said to let him know to turn it on. I hear water. It's working. Okay, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. So let me recap. We used the sump pump. We drained his first tank. It's actually one tank, but there's two sections to it. And we drained the first section down far enough to where the water, the pipe where the drain is from the house was above the level of the water. That's the only way water can flow out. And we heard it flowing out, so he's good. I'm leaving the pump running to keep draining it. And then I'm coming back tomorrow to try to figure out why it filled up like that, because that's not normal. It shouldn't be that. The level should never go above the level of the inlet pipe. So more digging tomorrow, which I don't mind. And we're going to continue this episode tomorrow. Okay, day two of the septic deal. And it's a lot colder today than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was fishing weather, being out on the lake. Today I would not want to be on the lake. Okay, so here's the one tank lid. And here's the other one right here. So there's the edge of it. Okay, this is the other one. It's very small. So I got a bad feeling there's a third one over there. But I want to look in here first just to see what's in here. Because I've never, yeah, that's what, yeah, this is only the, I don't think this is the one we're looking for. Nope. It's, I'm pretty sure that continues way over there. I couldn't even tell you what that's for. A professional can tell you why they have that there, but I have no idea. So I'm going to put that back. I'm going to take all this dirt, put it in here, and I'm going to start digging on that in there, because that's got to be where it's at. You ever see that movie Cool Hand Luke? It's an old one. I think it's from the late 60s. Paul Newman. I know you guys are saying, who the heck is Paul Newman? Anyway, Cool Hand Luke. There's a scene in there where he's in prison. They make him dig a ditch. When he's done digging the ditch, they tell him, what's this ditch doing here? Put that dirt back. And they keep going back and forth, making him dig the ditch, put the dirt back, trying to break him. I thought of that scene while I dug this out. Now I'm putting it back. Then I got to dig that one out, and I got to put it back. Paul Newman. Yeah, this is getting to be exactly like Cool Hand Luke, Paul Newman. So what I did was, I saw a picture of one of these. So there was a lid here. The little lid is here. It's an inspection station. And then another lid here. That's how I thought this was going to go. Turns out, I dug twice as deep here as this lid. So there's nothing here. So now I'm going to fill this back up. I'm going to make an assumption that it comes in here, it goes over to here and goes that way. That's the assumption I'm going to make. And I'm going to start digging. I'm going to get all this dirt in here, and then I'm going to start digging to, you know, trying to hit the top of the tank. And then just to see if and then I'm going to pull that lid again. And I'm going to look in there a little better. I don't know. This is starting to confuse the heck out of me, but I don't want to give up. I mean, it's fixed for now, but I just want to kind of, while I'm here, do a little exploring. It's just that the digging is killing me. So back to it. Okay. Here's what I believe I've determined. I might be wrong. This stick right here, this is where that big lid was. You got the drain line coming in here. This is, I believe, the baffle for the water going out to the drain field, meaning that right next to this is a hole. This would be the edge of the tank. There aren't two big lids like I thought there were, which is why I dug here. There's one big lid. This is the edge of the tank. There's a pipe coming out of there and going, he swears the field's that way, and I makes sense because of gravity. So what I'm going to do before I leave, because now I'm not really sure I'm accomplishing much, but just curiosity, I'm going to fill all this in, and I'm going to dig a trench this way, maybe, let's say, I don't know, 2-3 feet this way and down, and try to find the pipe going out that way. And if I find the pipe, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do anything about it. I just, at this point, it's just curiosity. I want to know if that's how this works. You know, does it go that way, like that? There's no way I can test anything because I can't get my I don't know if I mentioned it on recording. I have this thing called a drain bladder. What I was going to do is I was going to put it in the opening, the pipe going to the field. It attaches to a hose. You turn on the hose, the bladder inflates in the pipe, and there's a hole on the end that shoots the water, and you would be able to tell if there's anything in that hose, water pressure, whatever. That's what I was going to do. That's why I came here, to test that, but I can't. There's no way I can get to it. So anyway, I'm going to put all this back, and I'll tell you at the end here what I find, or I'll show you. Okay, I've lost my ambition on this project, so put the dirt back. I decided I'm not looking for the pipe, because I realized even if I dig down through here and I find the pipe going that way, what I could have done is cut the pipe. And if water came pouring out of the pipe, then I know that it's backed up. But at that point, what's the difference? I mean, if his problem is out in the field, I'm not qualified to fix that. That's a major job. And it sounds like he had this problem last spring. So this is going to be a springtime issue. And I do believe that water flowing in there, trickling in there, is making it worse. I'm done.
That's good.
I was going to dig, but then I realized what's the point? I mean, when I find the pipe, there's nothing I can do. Boy, I just I don't know. I'll tell you what.
It lasted 3 years, hopefully.
Oh, it was 3 years? Oh, I thought it was last year.
No, it's every 3 years.
Oh, I thought this was going to happen again next year.
Thank
All right.
you so much.
All right, man. Again, I'm sorry about your dad.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing.
Thank you.
All right. See you later. Okay, we're done with the septic tank. I hope I don't get any more of those. Anyway, on to the next one. I got a call, some old guy, his truck doesn't start. I gotta see if I can get his truck going for him. Okay, see ya.